welcome to another episode of the Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore. Oh, thank you. I couldn't resist that little overdub. It might have been a little loud. I don't know. What do you think? Give me your thoughts, prayers. The window is open. Let the games begin. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, man, that's from the Jabber Jawn conversation earlier. I'm going towards that flying lion, if you don't mind. Oh, Abe, that's so funny that you put that in the request list. I forgot all about that song, 3 Months with Nothing on the Road, and discovered it going down the amusement rabbit hole on archive.org looking for these songs you've been asking for, because I didn't have any of them in my hard drives here. Long forgot, and I was discovering songs I'd completely forgotten about. What was that one I found last night? Be Kind to Me. I should make a note of that here, because I didn't even remember. There were a couple of songs I had no memory of whatsoever. But I was like, 3 months with Nothing on the Road. What the hell is that? I listened to it. I didn't transcribe it or learn it. But it was like, 3 months with nothing on the road. So many of those songs, though. 3 months with nothing on the road. 3 months with nothing. 3 months with nothing. 3 months with nothing on the road. Nothing but thoughts in the freezing cold. Nothing but thoughts in the freezing cold. Nothing but thoughts, nothing but thoughts, nothing but thoughts in the freezing cold. Okay, I'm that way, but I don't know where that's from. It's true, whatever you say, all I can think of to do is run in tune. I didn't transcribe it, but I did remember that much of it. But I tell you one thing I came away from doing the deep dive, trying to excavate these songs that you've been asking for. The one thing I came away from was, boy, we could do better versions of those songs today. I could, they could, everybody could. We could all do better versions of all those songs now than we did then, without a doubt. Not to mention all the songs that have come since then. But I know I can definitely attest for my part. Send me back in, Coach. I could crush those. And oh wait, which song are you asking for now, Swaby? If Not for True Love is another song entirely. I found the one you were asking for yesterday, the Cruel World. That's a Fool for True Love. Fool for True Love. Well, I don't even know where to begin. You guys are already giving me plenty of stuff to work with here. Next time you're drifting my way. I really want to get better at this. Is practice, right? We're just practicing. That's what's going on here. And that's when I really want to get on piano. I just feel like that's where it wants to be. So that's where I'm going to go. Oh, walk right out in the rain. All right, let's get to work. Windows open. Fill that thing up. Man, there's some smell down here that's driving me crazy. I don't know what that is. making myself sit here because I can feel myself getting rustier on the piano and not the other. We're supposed to be going the other direction, but I have been neglecting this part of the duties because I'm so weak on it. But that's not a good reason. Next time you're drifting my way, land on me like a butterfly. Watch, dig your toes into my sand. So many times the days go by, and I'd fall into empty hands. Next time you catch my eye, touch me like the angel healed the land. Next time you're drifting my way, dance with me like the fireflies. Wash your wings, I'll lend a hand, and once they dry, I'll watch you rise, and I'll understand. I'll watch you fill the skies, might even make it up to you in the end. Caught the wind inside a jar. I put the lid on it so it couldn't get out, but I couldn't see it, I couldn't feel it. I didn't know I had to let it go, so there was no doubt. Now the moment it slips from my embrace, I look for you in the crowd, but I'm sure you'll just be a cloud the next time you're drifting my way. Practice, practice makes perfect, perfect, and perfect is a fault, and fault lines change. What quote was that? Anybody know? Is that tune on Nudes? It might be. Ah, do you believe in ghosts? You should reach out to her. Swaby says, I think it would be cooler if Kethera did the introduction at the beginning of the show. Oh, her voice. That's a great idea. All right. Great idea. Oh, it's a great idea. Let's go wake her up. Babe, we need you. That's a great idea. I hope. She'll do it. She'll do it. Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm tired of slowing down. I'm tired of waiting round. I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lessons. I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, 'cause they know what I will say. It's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Disappear into these screens in a billion jelly beans. Now I'm coughing up a coffin, driving nails lazily. I might dream up a mountain on the wings of such an ocean, but I'm just a pair of ragged claws on the bottom of the ocean. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, 'cause they know what I will say. But it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? I'm tired of slowing down. I'm tired of waiting round. I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lessons. I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, 'cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Hey, thanks for that. It's been a minute on that one. I was about to grab my open tuned guitar because I did come up with a fun version on that, but I have no idea what it was. I don't remember it. Day of People. I think I need a capo for that. Oh yeah, how's everybody doing? rushing to the end of the week. Oh, I see Ona Songmaker in the Discord. Hope you're out there. Gonzo! Hey, good to see you, buddy. Troubles, they're gone like the rains, washed over the world that I'm in. Tears could run down a face, but I live in the wind, puddle in my footsteps. I wander thinking by my control. Over there's the day of people. That's not all I know. That's not all I know. It's not all I know. I'm telling you I'm liking your ways. Lately they've been making me tall. I've been watching you close now for days, with your spills and all of the sky it has changed. The water rolls by twice as slow. Over there's the day of people. That's not all I know. It's not all I know. It's not all I know. Don't turn the page. Don't turn around. Don't turn and leave. Don't turn it down. Don't turn your eyes to be found. I'm telling you I'm liking your world. I'm telling you I'm liking your world. I'm telling you I'm liking your town. I'm telling you I'm liking your world. I'm telling you it's not like mine. But where are the words? What do they mean to hear? What do they mean to show? Over there's the day of people. That's not all I know. That's not all I know. That's not all I know. Yeah. Without the training wheels, folks, I have not looked at a single lyric yet. Performing without a net here on the World Wide Webs. Let's see what you got for me next. Man, that's some cool art right there. I don't care who you are. Maybe someday. Okay. I wrote that one on piano, so that's not a stretch. This should be easy. I wish I knew the magic words to dry up all our tears. I wish I had a magic wand to make our troubles disappear. But I don't know no magic words, and I don't have a magic wand. But here's my empty hand, my dear. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This morning, that dream was on my mind. Beside me was a cigarette, floating in a glass of wine. I picked up my guitar, started strumming out of time. Couldn't find a reason, I could only find a rhyme. Someday, maybe someday, maybe someday, maybe someday soon, I won't be this far away. I won't be the man in the moon. Yeah, I know just what you would say if you heard me sing this tune. Singing someday, maybe someday. Singing someday, maybe someday soon. Oh, man. Just getting it at the end. Thank you. Appreciate you. Gonzo, how you been, man? So good to see your name. Wanted to say your face. I see your face when I see your name, so I would not have been lying. You're not still close to me, are you? Come hang out. Let's do a paella. How are your paella chops? I got the special pan and everything. Oh, Wyoming at the moment. It's not that far away. I had a pretty serious paella game going on for a hot second. And then so much time passed, I don't even remember what that was all about. But we got the pan, and I got really serious about it. And for a few months, I did it several times. And like the last time I did it was like, oh, it was such a great moment. Great community moment, great cooking moment. It was one of the blue ribbons of my cooking endeavors. Oh, you've actually been on a paella kick, huh? Oh man, I gotta get back in the game. I gotta get back into that. I really was barking up the right tree there for a second. All right, back to work. Red Sky. I should have stayed on the piano. Yep. I almost feel like I need the words for that. But I don't, right? All right, they'll be on the computer behind me if you see me looking away. Oops. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. You can't say yes if you can't say no. You can't sit still and watch them grow. How are you? You're looking down, what's up? Been drinking fire from a purple cup. The moon is in Venus, Venus is inside, giving all the lonely ones their reason to hide, and banging on the bins in the alley of the sods, and hanging from the limbs in the valley of the gods. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Like sand through a drinking glass, all eyes for two, watching two get married and turn the sky to blue. Inside and outside, birds are flying far. This way to the Bowery boys. Ready your scars. Oh, red line, yellow sky, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, you don't belong here. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, you don't belong here. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. Red sky, yellow line, apple pie, friends of mine. This time, this war, this time, this war. I think I got all the words in there and didn't use the training wheels once. Were the gifts working? All right, Swaby, let's see what I remember of this. Oh, you're very welcome. I should be doing this one on the ukulele, but the ukulele is up next to the chair in the TV room, and I don't feel like running up there for it. There's a nice little roll to it. Oh, you're sweet. Radio's cranked by the river in my car. I'm sitting here thinking about you, and the night I wished on that falling star, and the day that wish came true. Now I'm sitting on the porch and the fireflies lighting up the trees, and I'm ferried off to a world, another world, where I'm about to get married. Cool world, you ain't so tough. To a fool for true love. Top of the spring house, I still remember your touch. That's where you told me you love me. Baby, I love you so much. Some folks worried about what they have, Some about what they have not. My baby and me just have to laugh. That's why we're tying the knot. Cruel world, you ain't so tough. To a fool for true love. Wish I grabbed the ukulele. It's a great refrain. I'll tell you what. It might need another verse or some friends to jam with to fill in to make it longer. But there's something nice in there for sure. I can see why you wanted to bring that one back. I actually wrote that at my brother Joe's bachelor party. And thinking of them incorporating stories Joe was telling. Every time he'd tell another story, I would write another verse for the song. Just kept adding to it all day. Oh my goodness, just like my dad. I almost thought about playing that today at the end of Jabber Jawn, but I would have had to have looked up the words because I couldn't remember it and didn't feel like going through all that rigmarole, but it would have been a perfect capper with Dad's story that he told tonight. I don't know if y'all listened to Jabber Jawn but today, but just in case you missed it, he told this story about hunting with my granddad, his dad, when he was 12 years old. And there was a little bit of snow on the ground, and his dad was walking up ahead of him, and Dad was just looking down at his footprints, and they were all pigeon-toed, pointing in. And he was just looking at his dad's tracks in the snow, and it just made him laugh to himself and made him think his dad was a little ridiculous with these little pigeon-toed tracks he was making in the snow. It's just like, I just can't believe how ridiculous this man ahead of me is. And he finally gets to where his dad was up underneath the tree, found a spot to sit quiet and wait for the squirrels to come by for them to pick off and eat later. Dad looks back at the two sets of tracks in the snow, and he couldn't tell one from the other. His tracks were identical to his dad's. They were both pigeon-toed, silly little tracks leading up to their hunting spot. I could have told him they were both leaving identical silly-ass tracks in the snow for us to follow. Well, I've danced a lot of dances, sung a lot of tunes, I've known a lot of people, howled a many moons. I've worn a lot of faces, I've worn a lot of rags, I've worn a three-piece suit too, just like my dad. I've cooked a lot of meals, I've read a lot of poems, I've seen a many coming, I've watched a many going, I've known a lot of fears, I've worn a lot of hats, I've laughed a lot of laughs, just like my dad. I'm a chip on the old block walking in his shoes. Daddy's little boy paying daddy's little dues. Born in October, daddy's big surprise. I'm a fine young man and I got my daddy's eyes. I've rode a lot of roads, yep, driven many miles. I've kissed a lot of kisses, I've smiled many a smile. I've thrown a lot of stones, I've sprung a lot of traps. I've loved a lot of women, just like my dad. I drank a lot of whiskey, smoked a lot of grass. I've cradled lots of graves, I guess I've known a lot of class. I've dreamed a many dreams, I remember all I've had. I helped a lot of people out, just like my dad. I'm a chip on the old block walking in his shoes. Daddy's little boy paying daddy's little dues. Born in October, daddy's big surprise. I'm a fine young man and I've got my daddy's eyes. I've told a lot of stories, a lot of them were lies. I spent a lot of time naked or in some other disguise. I've rode a many river, I've walked a lot of land. I'm where I am right now, just like my dad. I'm a chip all the old block walking in his shoes. Daddy's little boy paying daddy's little dues. Born in October, daddy's big surprise. I'm a fine young man and I got my daddy's eyes. Yeah, I'm a fine young man and I got my daddy's eyes. Let there be motion. Oh, I just got the gift moving. All right. Yeah, oldie but a goodie. Very oldie. So, all right. I did deep dive some of these songs y'all been asking for that I had no memory of. And boy, I tell you what, Noah, Slow Song broke my brain last night. I really am going to have to send that to Brad and get him to figure out what the heck I'm playing. Hey Ziggy, yeah, thanks for that request. That was fun. I had actually thought of that song earlier tonight. It was fun to relieve that tension, release that tension. But I found on first listen off the record version from Breakfast Epiphanies, I could not figure out what those chords were at all. I found a solo acoustic version, a really old version, that was a little bit easier. I had to open up Logic and bring in Slow Song, all the different versions, and loop it on certain chords, just a little bit of chord, and just loop it over and over and try to find notes that worked. I have no idea what any of those chords were, and I'm going to try a version of it now, but these are not the right chords. These are maybe in the ballpark, but I have no idea what I'm playing. It's so frustrating. There's a lot of songs like that I don't know what these, I'm just putting fingers down where they sound good, and it's use it or lose it-ville. I tell you what, there's a lot of old songs I'll listen to recordings and be like, I have no idea how I'm doing that. But I'm going to try this. See if it's at least reminiscent of how it used to go. Diamonds for the ladies, rain is for the men, the windows are for knowing, so I sit by mine and watch them. I see mothers holding babies, babies holding on. A young man in the parking lot is leaning into an old man's song. And it's a slow song, it's a lullaby as these people roll on by. I can smell the chocolate, the flowers in their rooms. The whole morning town is wearing a coffee perfume, and a sharp brown suit and a bright blue dress. I sing too, though I must confess that it's a slow song. It's a lullaby as these people roll on by. Evening comes with autumn, winter comes, it knows, spring comes and wiggles, summer comes and goes. And they're crying at the funerals, they're laughing at the rest. I hear it all at once, and from here it sounds like it's such a slow song. It's a lullaby as these people roll on by. Oh my gosh, perfect window art. You gotta love it. Ah, it's got me, let me go. Oh, I'm dying to know what some of those chords were. Diminish that. Brad will be able to tell me. Oh, I don't want to look at the request list because I'm loving this little bear. Hey, little guy. All right, I'm not going to search again. I'm going to scroll back so we can come back to the little guy. Safe and sorry. I'm going to do that on piano too. Got to knock this rust off my piano fingers. safe and sorry, safe and sound. Don't you worry, don't you take it down. Don't you take it down. I know you got something to say. Why don't you say it anyway? Why don't you say it? We accept too much collateral damage nowadays. I'm just like you, sitting at home, thinking about things that I'm just not going. I'm just not going. Still I know these are brighter days, not the kind you just throw away. Not the kind you just throw away. We already got too much collateral damage nowadays. And if you see me, I must be needing. If you see me, I must be needing. If you see me, I must be needing probably something for the kitchen. What am I missing? In my heart there is a war. Don't know which side I'm even fighting for. Just sure I'm fighting. Everywhere, on every face, there is something that I just can't place. Just can't place it. We accept too much collateral damage nowadays. And if you see me, I must be needing. 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 If you see me, I must be needing probably something for the kitchen. What am I missing? Yeah. If you need me, I must be needed. Oh my goodness. Now we got a cute... Hey, raccoon, there's a bear you got to meet. I got a feeling. Come over here. You got to meet this bear. Hey, bear. There's this raccoon. I'm dying to get you guys together. You want to hear a crazy story? Holy moly. Hey, let that raccoon out of that trash can. Get back here with that. Wait, what are y'all doing? The raccoon's in the trash can, folks. This is not how I thought this was going to go. I should have known better. You know, we try to personify ourselves onto these wild creatures, and then it all just goes awry. Not how I thought this was going to go down at all. But, so my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they have two dogs and a dog door, and they go to work, and they also today had a cleaning lady that came to clean their house. Well, The cleaning lady calls up Christiana, frantic, like, oh my God, this terrible thing has happened. She came into the house, and Bogey, their Cocker Spaniel that was a rescue from, where's he from? He was like a street dog in Mongolia or something. Well, this dog got into a fight with a skunk in the backyard. Well, the fight didn't end well for the skunk. I think he might have cornered it. The skunk sprayed it, and he was like, oh, no, nope, that's not on my watch. Bogey ends up killing the skunk. Well, it gets worse. Bogey brings the skunk into the house. Folks, into the house. When the cleaning lady gets there, Bogey is on the couch with the dead skunk. You can call me Flower if you wanna. And so the cleaning lady's like, oh my God, this dog has a dead skunk on the couch. And so she tries to get Bogey to go back outside with the skunk. But instead, Bogey takes the skunk upstairs onto their master bed and curls up with the dead skunk on the bed and refuses to move. Christiana had to come home after work, drag all their bedding and the mattress and everything out into the lawn. It's just a whole terrible situation. It's had that just happened today, so I hope that's not tea or a story they didn't want told. But I don't know how you could resist telling that story. I'm not sure how I got through Jabber Jawn without talking about that. But I guess I wanted more information. But isn't that horrific? Just on how many levels is that a terrible nightmare? Golly. And now he's got a taste for skunk blood. I don't know. I just don't know what you do with all these. There's just a lot going on there. Poor Bogey, poor skunk, poor Christiana. Saul, luckily, he's out of town, so he's just like trying to do all he can from afar. Golly Neds, that's what I say to that. That's what I said when I first heard it. I was like, oh, golly Neds. Ruins. You asked for it, you got it. It can be so intense, right? Skunk smell. We've had a couple incidences with Percy. And boy, sometimes it's worse than others. Sometimes it's not so bad. It only takes other times for weeks. And then you have that unfortunate thing. I used to remember in Texas, there was this town where it was like cattle ranching territory, and you would drive through it, and you'd be like, oh my God. I mean, the smell hit you like a thickness in the air. You felt like your car, when you hit that patch of smell, slowed down against its will. You might have been cruising through there at 75, but all of a sudden you're like, 50. Just like this smell is so thick, it slows your car down by about 15 miles per hour as you're just trying to get through it. But you look out there, and there's a town there. The people that live there, the thing that happens is you acclimate. And that's horrific. That's when you really understand the power of acclimation and how you can get used to almost anything. That's enough to keep you up at night, because you're just like, well, what have I acclimated to that I have no idea about? And you know, you'll have this skunk smell in your house, and after a few days, you're like, all right, thank goodness, it's finally died down, it's finally gone away. And then you have guests, and the guests walk in, and their toes curl up, and their nose flares out, and you're like, oh, we've acclimated, not good. Be careful, folks. I'm sure that's a metaphor for all kinds of stuff. Don't acclimate. Resist. Keep moving. Gain perspective. Walk a distance away from wherever you metaphorically are so you can look back. Stay there long enough so that when you come back to yourself, you can become fully aware of what things you might have acclimated to. This is not easy work, but it's important. I can't believe. Sorry for talking so much. Had to share all that with you. But we did it, folks. I guess Ruins will be our leaving song. Thank you for joining me for practice. We'll be back tomorrow night at midnight sharp. You can set your watch to me. I'm like old faithful over here. I sing for people, places, all outer spaces. I've traveled to castles with kings, sip wine from the vine in courtyards with pools fed by springs. Now I'm standing in the ruins with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing. Bring me back everything. Life at its fullest, brilliant, just given the chance. I filled the space between heaven and earth with beauty. I danced. Now I'm sitting in the ruins with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing. Bring me back everything. I sing. I was around when bars filled with clouds swelled at the sight of the band, when death was for the dying and life was for the living, and we waltzed to the dawn hand in hand. Now I'm lying music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing, oh, bring me back everything. I sing. God, I wonder if I'll ever figure out how to sing the sings in that song. And my impulse is to be like pure show tune and over the top, like I'm in the shower, I sing. But then I feel silly doing that. And then I try to just downplay it. And then when I downplay it, I feel I'm torn between so many things on that song. We're just gonna have to do the musical someday. Let the opera happen. I want to do one more. I'm not satisfied with that leaving song. Not every leaving song works. Sometimes you're still there at the end of it. Let's see. What do I want to do for my leaving song? Great set list tonight, though. Thank you, guys. Thanks for pushing me. Oh, okay. All right. This won't be ending on a stronger note, but I did another deep dive on one of the songs that Abe has been trying to get me to play for a while here last night. The good news about all these is no matter what, they are in the songbook now. This is probably I won't be satisfied with this leaving song either, probably. Time tells stories to the people. You carry on a few of your own. Remember, as always comes to greet you. You could not possibly be alone, no matter how hard you try to draw a line between you and I'm watching you. Because for every open eye there's a vision. Let's not beat around the burning bush. It might be sitting on the television. Anyways, it burns for us. There's people all around you too, and they're each fantastic and watching you. Can't hide behind our glasses. You can't criticize where you've never been. You can't be frozen by the dancers. You're one of them. You're one of them. You're one of them. Well, you might feel like you're in the corner. You might feel you rise above the rest. You might feel like a foreigner in the middle of an unpoetic mess. But that's not the curtain calling you. No, that's just you watching people as they're watching you. You might think you go unnoticed, when in fact you're worthy of research. You might think nobody knows this. In fact, we're all playing in the dirt, building castles in our tiny rooms. sitting in our thrones sitting by the window on our thrones and watching you. Can't hide behind our glasses. You can't criticize where you've never been. You can't be frozen by the dancers. You're one of them. You're one of them. You're one of them. This song's funny because when I originally wrote it, it was one of those overlapping vocals. When we had two lead singers in the band, I was able to write songs in such a way where the lines were meant to overlap with each other. Freedom's Tears. There's so many versions of that with amusement songs. They were written originally to overlap. So they're so hard to sing by yourself. It's fun to try though. You have to squeeze the words in quicker than they were intended. Look, we're all dancing on a world, and it's up to you what's bad and what's good. All you gotta do is be sure. Once you are, you know that you should be prepared to make your move. Quick enough to fool and just enough to prove who's watching you. Can't hide behind our glasses. You can't criticize where you've never been. Can't be frozen by the dancers. You're one of them. 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 All right, check that one off the list. It's probably going back down to the bottom of the ocean, but it's in the songbook, and bless you for digging all these old tunes up. They're not only are they fun, but as I look for them and excavate, unearthing all kinds of things I'd forgotten all about, which is really, really fun. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night at midnight. Go get 'em, Tigers. Be silly, be honest, and always trust your cape. Bye!